On Thursday, Zend is fed up with the way Steffi has treated Hope, and he's not staying quiet about it. After Steffi suddenly drops hope for the future, Zend is feeling the heat, especially since his own work is tied to the line. When he meets Hope at Brooke's place, he's there to show support, assuring her that he's firmly on her side. He's upset about Steffi's decision and is determined to help her figure out how to fight back. Eric is also stepping in to defend Hope. In a tense moment with Steffi, Eric tells her she's made a mistake and insists that Hope should be brought back into the Forrester fold. However, Steffi's not backing down. Even though Eric tries to soften her stance, Steffi stands her ground and demands Eric's support in keeping Hope away from Forrester Creations. Meanwhile, Will and Elektra have an oozing chemistry. Their chemistry is undeniable, and it looks like their flirtation could soon turn into something more. Will their first kiss happen soon? Hope's supporter. Zend is seriously upset with how things have gone down with Hope's line, Hope for the Future. Steffi has made it clear she's cutting ties with Hope, and Zend is ready to take action. He's not going to sit back and let this happen, especially since his own work for the line is now in jeopardy. Zend is on Hope's side 100%, and he makes it clear when he shows up at Brooke Logan's house to offer her some much-needed sympathy. He's angry about Steffi's decision and wants to figure out how to turn this situation around. Meanwhile, Eric is stepping up as well, but not in the way Steffi would like. Eric and Steffi have a heated discussion about the whole situation, and it's clear that Eric isn't happy with how Steffi handled things. He's trying to convince Steffi to let Hope back into Forrester Creations, but Steffi isn't having it. She's furious, especially after the lingerie incident with Finn. But while all of this chaos is happening, there's some budding romance in the air. Will and Elektra are starting to get closer, and the chemistry between them is undeniable. They've been flirting for a while now, and it's obvious that something more is starting to blossom. We're predicting that their first kiss might be just around the corner. Now I know this sounds a little weird for Ivy and Zend to be romantically involved despite being cousins, but they're distant cousins, it doesn't really matter in soaps. Now C-Hope has already gone from FC, and soon I think Brooke will follow, and so will Carter, and maybe even Katie. Imagine losing your COO, your PR chief, and the face of a revived line that is doing wonders for the company. Now FC will be depending on the youngsters mostly, but RJ will probably follow if he thinks his sister and father are biased and cruel. In the process, Zend and Ivy could get closer. Now Zend has always felt underappreciated, so he might decide to leave too. And Ivy could get influenced. If Ivy leaves, Elektra will follow. And when Elektra leaves, Will follow. So will Zend and Ivy be the ones to put the final nail in the coffin and end it for FC? Romantic revenge. Zend and Ivy's unexpected romance could be the ticking time bomb that brings Forrester Creations to its knees. Zend's been feeling underappreciated for a while now, and if Ivy starts to feel the same way, their bond could become more than just romantic, it could turn into a full-blown rebellion. Hope's already out of the picture at FC, and with Brooke likely to follow, it's no secret the company is on shaky ground. Carter and Katie are also looking at the exit, leaving gaping holes in the leadership. If that weren't enough, the company would be relying on the younger generation, but Zend's frustration could be the final push that sends him packing. If Zend leaves, Ivy might not be far behind. Ivy, influenced by Zend's departure, could walk out too. And her leaving won't go unnoticed. Elektra, her closest ally, would likely follow, triggering a ripple effect. With Elektra gone, others like Will could start rethinking their place at the company. What begins as a romance could spiral into a mass exodus, taking down FC from the inside out. Zend and Ivy's connection might seem sweet on the surface, but underneath, it's the kind of romantic revenge that could topple an empire. Together, they could be the ones to deliver the final blow, not out of spite, but because they were never valued in the first place. The romance that no one saw coming could be the undoing of Forrester Creations, piece by piece. In a recent episode, we saw a bonus scene where Steffi was so delighted she said something like, "I did it, I finally fired a Logan." I don't know about you guys, but this sounds very suspicious. For one, it proves that Steffi had a mission, but we all knew that she wanted to get rid of the Logans. But another thing she so desperately wanted to get rid of, but just couldn't, was Hope's line, "Hope for the future." Now she sent Thomas away, hoping to achieve that goal, but she couldn't. However, we can't help but wonder if Steffi did something else to axe HFTF. I mean, it was such a successful line, but it fell off grace all of a sudden. Could Steffi have really reached her limit and schemed some nasty stuff to make HFTF suffer loses? Steffi's game. Did Steffi pull some strings behind the scenes to take down Hope for the future? It's starting to look like that might be the case. We know Steffi has had her eye on eliminating HFTF for a long time, but what if she finally found the perfect way to make it crash? It doesn't seem like a coincidence that Hope's line, which was thriving, suddenly faced huge losses out of nowhere. Maybe Steffi didn't stop with just sending Thomas away. It's entirely possible she went further, strategically sabotaging the line in ways no one expected. She's always been smart when it comes to business, so what if she messed with the designs, or even tampered with production schedules, causing delays that hurt sales? Or maybe she manipulated the budget, cutting corners and making it impossible for the line to keep up with demand. It wouldn't take much to start a chain reaction that would make HFTF bleed money. There are so many ways Steffi could have quietly caused damage while keeping her hands clean, making it look like HFTF was simply struggling on its own. If anyone had the motive and means to take down Hope's brand, it's Steffi. And with the timing of everything, it's hard not to suspect she's the mastermind behind HFTF's sudden downfall. Could she have gone all in on a plan to ruin Hope's success once and for all? It sure feels like it.
Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to check some of our other videos. And we hope to see you again in the next video.